had a windstorm. Took down some of my marigolds. And apparently I did not stake the greenhouse down very well. Whoops, my fault. Oh my goodness. Hold it down with bricks. Okay, that should hold it down, but that wind, I really do love the wind. Look at this little guy. I feel so bad. Has he passed? You okay? He's like holding on for dear life. I'm sorry. It's a sad way to go. Hopefully you're just stunned. Look at these marigolds. They were getting so tall. All the birds are okay. They could care less. They don't know what's going on. Okay, after those shenanigans, as promised, I'm taking you throughout my week and I'm showing you what we made realistically. So these are items that we had on the shelf, items that were given to us, items that I bartered. I traded eggs for some of these veggies and some of the meat. And these truly are what we eat every single week. And I'm so thankful that we are able to feed our family. It's not going to look perfect every single day, but I do what I can and I try and make some unique dishes because that's how I was raised. And yeah, so this is an easy one. This is just chili, pretty basic. I throw in leftovers whenever I can. So you saw some potatoes in there. Sometimes I put sweet potatoes to bulk it up, and that really is the name of the game. I use a lot of starches to bulk items up to last us throughout the week. We are a family of 6 if you're new here, and we try and stretch that penny to the very last cent essentially. So I topped it with cheese here, and then we did some cornbread on the side and went from there. I'm not going to lie to you, I have picky kids. Sometimes they don't eat these items and we resort to a peanut butter sandwich, but I am not a mom to make someone every individual meal. I just think that's a waste of time. I can't be making 6 different meals for 6 different people. Tonight we went real easy with it. I just did some beef carnitas with some rice and then some taco seasoning with some tomato sauce. Went from there. I don't know really what to call it, like a rice bowl. I did bell pepper and onions for me, and then I just had this in the freezer, the taco blend. Normally wouldn't get this, but it was on sale. And then here are the kids. I'm going to put some corn, some pickled corn relish on there with some sour cream and call it a night. But super easy. This was under $6 because the rice wasn't expensive, but the carnitas, the barbacoas, that was super cheap one day at Giant. I want to say it was like $3, and then I had the $1 off coupon. So yay. Portion size, I feel like this feeds a family of 5 to 6 for around $6, so you can't beat it. Okay, for dinner tonight we are going to do some salmon. My in-laws gifted us some of the salmon, so I'm really excited. We're going to enjoy that with some lemon, dill, and butter. And then I was going to do some green beans that I got from the Amish market. So I got these. They were $3, and I was going to can them up, but I think they would be good just eaten today, and then we'll do some leftovers in the freezer. And I saute that with onion and usually bacon, but I found these boneless smoked pork chops, so I thought I would try that out. And then I was just going to do a basic like cheesy creamy risotto to go along with this, so I will show you the end product. Okay, so I have the green beans boiling, and I forgot, I really like during this season to add a fresh apple to this, but I have 4 kids, so I have half-eaten apples, and I save them. I know that may bother some people, but I'm cooking it down, so it adds a bit of sweetness to it and just a different crunch to it. You could add some nuts on top of this, but we also have cabbage in there, so with all the leftovers, I'm going to saute some cabbage in there, and I'm going to put it in the freezer, and we are going to make either a hearty soup or a casserole out of it. And that's really how you just bulk things up, adding random starches you may have lying around. So this is the cubed meat, and then the apple, the onion. I'm going to saute that in some grass-fed butter, but you could also do like some bacon grease, which I always save right here. Keep that here and cook with it. And then you add your green beans. And then for the salmon, I'm just putting it on a sheet pan with some lemon juice and dill and butter, salt and pepper. And then I think we're just going to do an easy side. I don't have any risotto rice. I have regular rice. I just don't like using that for the risotto. This is what the salmon's looking like. We have butter, dill, we have onion powder, chili powder, black pepper, flaky sea salt, and some lemon juice. So that's going to go in at 400. We don't like a rare salmon, but we don't like it well done. So maybe for 15 minutes, but even that might be a little long. So it's a big hunk of salmon here. I can't wait to eat it. And then while stirring our side dish here, we're just trying to get a nice brown on that pork, and I just have some butter in there, and then we will add the green beans to also get a nice char. And this was the end result. I just did that pasta on the side, and then we had the green beans. I think they were a hit. The apples did turn a little mushy, I'm assuming because we cooked them down, but also because they were Macintosh, so extra soft. But the salmon was really delicious. Again, we were so thankful to have this as a gift because it's not something we would have spent money on. So I'm excited. You could totally sub this for chicken if you wanted. And speak of chicken, it's the next morning and we are starting off with some chicken broth, and we're going to make a stew, and then some of this broth will go to some bone broth that we'll have in the fridge for stews and sauces and things like that. I just like to utilize everything that I can. And then for breakfast this week, I'm making some high protein donuts and high protein muffins. So our ducks have been laying double yolks, so I'm going to grab 2 of those eggs to have 4 yolks in there. And then I just use some Greek yogurt, some honey, we have some baking powder, and some flour. And then I actually ended up adding some apple cider in there and some Ceylon cinnamon with a little bit of maple syrup to make it an apple cider donut or an apple cider muffin, and it came out well. It's super clean ingredients and the kids really enjoy them. I don't really love loading up on carbs, but the kids really enjoy it. So I'm mixing it together here and I'm serving it with some sausage, and then I just made a big batch for later on in the week, and the kids love to grab and go with some of these high protein meals. So a certain family member that had a button at eye level decided to push the power button. I don't know how long it's been off, but we don't have time. We just don't. I added some more things to this, some sausage, some onion, root vegetables like carrots, and there's like parsnips in there, just a bunch of stuff. We don't have time for it to get back up to temperature, so I cut up some cabbage and I'm gonna throw it in the stock pot here and get it nice and hot. And then we went to the Amish market and they had wheat rolls on sale for half off of $4.50, so pretty awesome. I usually freeze these, but it'll be nice just to have like a cozy stew. I didn't have much sausage left. I think these were bratwurst actually, so yeah. That's what we're having for dinner tonight. We shall call it a fridge clean out stew, not a poor man's stew. And I really could put all the cabbage in here, but I'm going to save some for a halushki, which is just onion and cabbage and noodles and butter. If you're not familiar with that classic, it's very, very tasty. I really don't like pigs in a blanket, which essentially is just like beef wrapped cabbage with onion, and then you simmer it in this tomato sauce. Sometimes my family used to make porcupine balls, which I really loathe. That's like beef and rice in a ball with cabbage, and I'm grossing myself out talking about it, but anyways, I'll show you the end product. I just am throwing together everything that I can. I usually do this whenever we're about to go to the grocery store, just so we can clean out the fridge a little bit, and then I wipe down each shelf of the fridge and then take an inventory and go from there. Alrighty, here is probably the easiest one you're gonna do. It's a ravioli lasagna. We do it all the time. There's 3 ingredients. You need ravioli, pasta sauce, and meat of choice or no meat. Use white beans or use white beans and meat. and just bulk this up a little bit more. But this is the family size. I normally wouldn't get these. They were at Sharp Shopper for $1.99. Pasta sauce on sale for 99 cents. So that's bringing us to $3 and some change. And then the grass-fed beef at our local Amish market is $5.99. So that's really where we're spending the most money here. But can of beans at Sharp Shopper is 50 cents. So honestly, you can make this however you want. This is chicken Parmesan. No one's going to even know the difference. Like I said, you don't need to add the beef, but for my husband, he needs the beef. So we're going to do that, and you just layer it. So you do sauce on the bottom, then you do a layer of the ravioli, some meat, sauce, ravioli, and then some sauce, and then you should be good to go. So I'll show you the finished product. It looks pretty standard, more uniformed than my normal lasagna though, because these are so like individually packaged. Okay, here's the first layer. Like I said, just raviolis, meat, and sauce, and now I'm just taking the raviolis once again, putting them here. Whenever I find these on sale, I just grab two and put one in the freezer and go from there. There's a program out there where you can make a lasagna for those in need, and I've done it before. And you just buy your own ingredients and get approved and go from there, and then you give it to someone in your community in need. And this is a cost-effective way to do it. And you meet a lot of great people when you volunteer, if you have the time. But yeah, I don't know why I was going to say that, but I also have something in the oven, and I will show you when it pops out. I didn't get a chance to record it, but it's a super inexpensive snack meal, we shall call it, but it could totally be turned into a dinner. You know me, I don't label breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack, because food is food. So here it is. It's going to go on the top here, and then I'm going to layer it again. Kids are running around. Okay, for these, they are deconstructed taquitos. I don't know. You're supposed to roll the corn tortillas, but they don't like them like this. So I did a can of chicken on the inside. I was going to do cream cheese, but we had a bit of a mold issue on that. So I did a little bit of Greek yogurt, some cheese, and then like a ranch seasoning, like a homemade ranch seasoning with dill. And then my husband will dip these in buffalo sauce and go from there. So I'm just going to lift one up for you here, and I'm going to make them into little quesadillas. So thank you, Lily, for this amazing idea. She said something a little different, but I thought maybe they would like it with that can of chicken, and it's super inexpensive. Once again, at Sharp Shopper, a can of chicken's $1.50, and then the corn tortillas for, how many do I get here? 80 of them from Walmart for like $2.50. Make a lot with it. Once again, this could be a heavy on the bean or just regular cheese. All right, and it is the last night. You will probably notice a trend that we do a lot of stews, a lot of casseroles. It is that season, but we do it in the summer as well. We're making this is hotly debated. It could be a shepherd's pie, could be a cottage, but it's ground beef with veggies. You top it with cheese and mashed potatoes and go from there. Depends what region you're from. I always have someone coming in referencing like a century so long ago. So I don't know what it is, but you're just going to cut things up very nice here. Put them in a saute pan with your ground beef, and I add Worcestershire, some seasonings. I add some bacon grease in there that I've saved just for some smokiness, and then we serve it with biscuits. So this is very filling, very tasty, and you can utilize it the next day if you want to, but all of my casseroles, I love that I can repurpose them or utilize them the next day. I have two people in the house that aren't huge fans of leftovers, but I thrive on leftovers. I enjoy a nice casserole the next day. So I hope you enjoyed these meals. I am going to catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I appreciate every single one of you. Hope you're well wherever you are. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. Bye, y'all. I'm laying down to compile it. Only when you're ballin'. Oh no, I don't even care to doubt. I'll see you in a while, 'cause this time I will choose you, yeah. Now choose. You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag
I'm sudden but I'm steady. Oh no. And they tell me to move on, cause I deserve more, but still I wanna choose you, yeah. I'll choose. You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this. Knowing it's a risk cause you're using it. You got all your secrets. I can't seem to move this thing. You're pulling me out, then I'm right back in. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall